Hello everybody and welcome back to my reaction video of the final in the ATP Finals in London. This year's last tournament on the ATP circus has just ended, and the young Greek Stefanos Tsitsipas was victorious in this three-set battle between him and Dominic Thiem. He won 6-7, 6-2, 7-6. So the decider set went to a tiebreak, and the young Greek was more clutch. He was the one who played best in this match, to be honest. I had Dominic as a slight favorite, not the overwhelming favorite. I gave him 60-40. The Greek proved me wrong, and I'm very happy because the way he played, he deserved to win. He was a much better player in this match. He started out early with his big game, with his confidence. He was not afraid. He was not caught up in the heat by the heat of the moment. He was just there like a mature, full-ended player, and he did his job. His serve was incredible through the whole match. In the first set, he won 81% of his first serves. In the second set, he won 91% of his first serves. And in the last and the second set, he won 82 of his first serves in. So that's a huge number, and that really doesn't give Thiem any time to swing, to execute from the baseline, to come up with an advantage to control the game. Tsitsipas really had everything under control in almost the whole first set. He played outrageous tennis. He barely missed, and he made Dominic Thiem miss and make those unforced errors. Because Dominic Thiem made 15 unforced errors in the first set. And why did he do that? Stefanos put pressure on him. He didn't give him time. He strike first, and of course Thiem wasn't in his rhythm in the first set because of Stefanos. It's not like that Thiem had a disaster day, because Stefanos made him play less better than he has done earlier in the tournament. And he broke Thiem in his second service game. And he solves his own problem with his serve superbly. And then the Austrian team, the dominator, the Terminator, that some call him, fought back and took the first set. And in the first set, both of them, they mixed up the game with baseline game and serve and volley, and that resulted in shorter rallies, of course. And both of them were very successful from when they approached the net. They were superbly, in my opinion. I've never seen both of them serve and volley and play chip and charge. So I've never seen them play like that in their career before. Because these guys, they wanted to shorten the points, to be honest. The one who has the most to benefit from wrong rallies was Dominic Thiem. But in this case, Stefanos stood up good. He was there. He was toe-to-toe. He wasn't outplayed in any way. And you can just look at the winner and unforced errors number in the first set. Dominic Thiem hit 13 winners and 15 unforced errors, and the young Greek 14 winners and 12 unforced errors. So that was close numbers for both of them. It was a little bit that separated them from the first set, but the Austrian team, Dominic Thiem, was more clutch in the first tiebreak, and it was not a well-deserved victory in the first set, but it could go either way, because I thought that Stefanos played better, and that's because he pushed Dominic Thiem from the baseline and made him do these unforced errors. And then on to the second set, Stefanos Tsitsipas took everything he had done that is significant with his first strike tennis. He went on like an engine. He was like an engine train. He just double broke Dominic Thiem and made him do easy unforced errors. It looked easy from the court side, but it's so fast, this court. So Stefanos hit clean and made Dominic Thiem do these unforced errors, and that's why he won that set so easy. And Dominic Thiem was sloppy. He wasn't hitting clean, and his serve wasn't good as in the first set. He only won 60, I think it was 67 of his first service in, and Stefanos 91. And Stefanos didn't lose a point in his second serve in that second set. So Dominic Thiem didn't return well either in the second set. Not through the match, actually. The two things that I've been praising Dominic Thiem earlier in this week, I said that his unforced errors numbers has been much lower since Nicolas Massu took over, and his return has gone much better than before. Today it was like the old team, because he made tons of unforced errors. Totally 42 unforced errors in this match, and that's not acceptable. That's why he didn't win this match, even if the decider went to tiebreak. And he only hit 35 winners contra 42 unforced errors. That's a huge difference. 7 more unforced errors than winners. That basically tells you the whole story, almost. And the young Greek, he was so crazy good from the baseline. He was so calm. He traded duels from the baseline. He mixed up the shot. He wasn't afraid of hitting hard and take a commando. Maybe you thought when Thiem broke back in the third set, the score was 3-2 to Stefanos. He broke Thiem up to 3-1, I think. And then Thiem came back, leveled the match. Maybe I thought his serve was starting to getting better. Dominic Thiem's serve was starting to getting better. He was serving 70% first serves in. He won 70% of his first serve in the third set. And but unfortunately, he did 19 unforced errors in the third set also, and that cost him the match. Because when Tsitsipas was up 4-1 in the tie break, he leveled to 4-all, and then he made 2 unforced errors, and Tsitsipas had the match point there. And he didn't want to give anything like a Santa Claus to Dominic Thiem, so he took that advantage and won the match. So what can we say? And the breakpoint conversion in the match was Thiem only took 1 of 4 chances, and Stefanos 3 out of 10 chances. It's okay, but this young Greek played like a full developed player, because he has won here in Nitto the ATP Finals, the biggest title of his life. He's only 21 years old. Now it's time for him next year to go out and take the biggest step of them all, to win a Grand Slam. And if he does that, I think he has a big chance. But you know, tennis, 5 sets tournaments is much different than these 3 sets tournaments. It takes a lot of more. You have to have more endurance, more energy. You play 7 matches, and you have to be on top in every match. The good thing about the Grand Slam matches, when they play 5 sets, if you do a terrible first set, you always have the chance to come back easier. Even if you're a slow starter, you have chance to reduce your damage and turn the tables around. And I'm looking forward to see both Dominic Thiem and Stefanos Tsitsipas enter the Grand Slam scene next year. Because this year, Stefanos, as we all know, he went to semi-final at Australian Open, where he lost to Nadal in a brutal way. He ended Roger Federer's journey early in the 3rd round. It was an upset. And then he went on to 4th round in French Open. It was a solid tournament for him, by any means. And then he got upset in the 1st round in both Wimbledon and US Open, I think. So the last half of the season wasn't as good as the first half, but now he has won 3 titles this year, after Marseille, Estoril, and those were in spring. He won them earlier, and he was in final in both Madrid and Shanghai, I think. No, semi-finals, sorry, but finally in Madrid. and he lost the final in Beijing against Dominic Thiem, so he took revenge. Now they are 4-3 in Dominic's favor in the head-to-head section. And now finally the biggest achievement in his career, the ATP Finals, that gives him a receipt of what a fantastic effort this tournament is, what he has accomplished. He has beaten the 8 best players in the world based on the year ranking. He totally deserved this. This smells much better than a Masters and the other tournaments that he has won. So he should take this, and I think that he will do, because he has a good staff. He has good trainers around him. His father is a good trainer, like his mother, who is an ex-professional tennis player, and he has Patrick Moratolo, who we know is one of the biggest tennis coaches out there in the world. And Greece should be very proud of him. I think they will embrace him with open arms when he comes back to Greece. Big congratulations. Good for Greek tennis. Always good to see new names, especially when they play superb tennis like the young Greek, which is reminds me of Roger Federer. I think he plays better than Roger Federer at the same age, to be honest. But that doesn't mean he's gonna get better than Roger Federer, because it's still Tsitsipas' career is here, and Roger is like 3 meters up from here. But can he win Grand Slam? Yes, I think he can. Is it possible? Yes. Is it tough? Yes. Can he do it? Yes. But he has to be more focused in the bigger tournaments. He's still upcoming. It's his 3rd year as a professional. I think that he will take this time and he will get better. Mark my words. And Dominic Thiem, what can we say? He started out fantastic, but it ended he ended up like a loser, to be honest. Nobody remembers who came second in the tournament. It's like that in every sport. But Thiem, take these matches against Novak that you did so well. Take the match from yesterday where you showed who was the better player against Alexander Zverev. If you take that game, you will probably do a solid season next year, as you have done this year. You have already won 5 titles this year. 1 Masters in Indian Wells, where he beat Roger Federer. And then he went on to win in, I think it was in Barcelona, and then Kitzbühel, Vienna, and Beijing. And then he was in Dominic Thiem lost the final in French Open, of course, to, we all know who, Rafael Nadal, the impossible man to beat almost in Roland Garros. 12 finals, 12 victories. And then he started, he has won 5 titles this year, and that's a record for this year, I think. Maybe Novak has equaled him, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he went to the 4th round in Australian Open, finally in French Open, like I told you. And then he had some early exits in the 2 last tournaments in Wimbledon, where I had Sam Querrey as an upset alert against him, and he won against Thiem in the 1st round. And then I think he lost also in the 1st round in US Open, or was it 2nd? I don't remember. But it was early exits for Dominic Thiem, and he didn't perform well, because last year's US Open, the match he lost against Rafael Nadal, a 5-set thriller, was one of the best matches last year's, together with Rogers and Novak's Masters final in Paris. So what can we say? Dominic Thiem tried, but he lost the match because he did too much unforced errors. He made 42 unforced errors and only 35 winners. And if you serve catastrophically in his 2nd serve, he didn't get the benefit from his kick serve. Stefanos was smart. He read those serve superbly. And he made Dominic Thiem run for his money. He didn't give him time. He mixed up shot, like I told you. He made Dominic Thiem uncomfortable. And if you do 42 unforced errors in 3 sets, Stefanos only did 5 unforced errors in the 2 last sets. He did only 1 unforced errors in the second set and 4 in the last set. And the last set, deciding set, went to tiebreak. And Dominic Thiem, who has almost won 9 out of 10 deciding sets, he has won 9, I think it's 8 out of 10 deciding sets this year. So he has the highest number in that section. But he wasn't clutch, he wasn't hitting hard and clean like he has done the whole the rest of the week. And it's small margins. You saw he lost in a deciding tiebreak 7-5. If you don't, or maybe it was 7-4. Sorry. If you don't take your chance when you must, then you won't win any victories. That's for sure. And this whole tournament, it has been a pleasure. I have only missed 1 match in this tournament, and that was Dominic Thiem's match against Matteo Berrettini, which I choose to not to watch because I knew that this match was not going to be a 100% quality tennis match from Dominic Thiem's side. Otherwise, I have watched all the matches in the tournament, and I'm pretty satisfied with the whole package. This decade is ending. We are entering in a new decade. Hopefully we see, besides these 8 players, a couple of more. We have players like RBA. I'm not going to mention Fognini and Monfils, who has a high ranking as a potential Grand Slam winner. We all know they will never win a Grand Slam. The same goes with Dimitrov, Tsonga, Raonic, maybe young guns like Aliassime or Shapovalov. I want to see more from Shapovalov and Aliassime. Those 2 Canadian youngsters are interesting players. They have the potential to be a superstars. And Shapovalov has recently showed that he is on his way, but he needs a little bit more. He needs a little more physique, little more consistency and stuff like that. Because Stefanos, compared the Stefanos that I saw in the Stockholm Open last year in October to the Stefanos I see today, huge difference. He has been better on every section. The only thing I think that is good as last year is his backhand. Otherwise, he has improved his forehand, his serve, his shot making, his shot tolerance, everything, his defense. The only thing that I could see, if Thiem had changed his backhand with a little more slice against Tsitsipas' backhand, that would maybe have gained him some more points. But Tsitsipas had his plan. His coach, his team, they had the plan. Because these guys, they are smart guys. They are not stupid. Otherwise, because Tsitsipas do maybe 98% of the work, and the other 2% is up to his trainers and staff. And they did a superb work because they told him to don't give Thiem any time, play fast, try to execute the points, don't go into wrong rallies, make him pay for the pace that you set. And Dominic Thiem did that. I don't say that. I don't want to say that Dominic Thiem was trapped in a trap, because he wasn't hitting clean today also, and that's because of the pace. And he has not one of his better days, but still Dominic Thiem didn't play a terrible match. He played good. This match went to a deciding set, so he should be proud of himself, even though he lost. I would be terrified to go to bed, because everything is would have mixed up in my mind if I go to sleep. But what can we say? We can call it a fantastic end of a fantastic season. I think the right man won the tournament, even though I was more impressed of Dominic Thiem's victories over Novak Djokovic, where he played superb. But the young Greek beat Medvedev, he beat Zverev, he took Rafael Nadal to 3 sets, he beat Roger, and he beat Thiem. And that's the best performance. that really shows that he has beaten these giants, and he deserved this victory. So I lift my hat off for Stefanos Tsitsipas. I congratulate him once again, one more time, and I will say, good job, keep it up, and thanks for watching this video. I wish you a pleasant evening. Take care and bye-bye.